If you lose a couple of heroes, you're also going to lose towers afterwards, but... Well, we shall find out. My name is DragonDrop, I'm joined by Skim, and these are the teams. Let's start with Escape Gaming here on the Radiant side. We've got Era on the Marana, Cinderin playing the Disruptor, Qualifiers on that Alchemist mid, Lock-in is Yapzor on that support Slaughter with the boots on level 1, Trixie up in the offlane normally on the Darkseer, but he already has the Iron Talent, realizing that this is not, that he's not going to be able to stay in lane and get a lot out of it. Thanks to Bignum here on the Oracle for Power Rangers, Chappie on the Jar Ranger 1 position, Half on NJ on one of his signature heroes arguably, the Shadow Fiend, J4 playing the Warlock, and last but not least, Cheshire Cat on that offlane pack.
Crazy looking at all these names, how long some of these players have been playing, J4 and Cheshire Cat especially.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it?
It does, it does, it does.
They've been in Power Rangers for so long. It's not like that they're seasoned players, they're seasoned players with this team as well. Which is kind of not unheard of, but it's very rare in Dota.
So J4 in the mid game, I'm not sure if it was intentional or if it was just a cute play, but he baited a sentry by pretending he was placing a ward. And no, they did get the ward, so that's a bit unfortunate, but
nice catch
it was a
cute,
cute,
well.
yeah, it was a cute little play. And that's a big goal for him.
Yeah, 106. That
Well,
was
106.
an
Yeah.
what?
106, yeah.
So easy money. Already has the bottle coming out. So Alchemist is gonna do what Alchemist is going to do. J4 right now just sitting around a little bit. Can start throwing out shadow words to try and put on harassment before that level 6 can come out. Meanwhile up top, Iron Shot's going big number, no 4% for a little bit. Already taking up a ridiculous amount of damage. Might just be the first blood here. Yeah, Verify Gaming is enough. So close.
It is really close. And I like this laning situation, the way that Escape decided to lane. I do think that obviously, well, we talked about this, Oracle is counter Darkseer, but you have a Slaughter on top of you as well. It's going to be very difficult to really deal with this lane though. And that's why J4 will probably very slowly move to this top lane and turn it into a tri lane. You can already see on Trixie as well, he has the Iron Talent, so he is not at all bothered by this. He can always just rotate back into...
Yep. The better thing about just having an extra hero here means that you can just put one Iron Shell on you or the creeps and another one on the hero. As long as you don't stay too close to each other, you can still have at least one of the Iron Shells going. Yep. And right now you can see Bignum is running out of mana. That's his last clarity being popped, so that's also a thing. Darkseer, of course. Same story, no soldier just yet.
In.
Yeah, this is stun, a lot of damage being done. Sitting in the acid spray, taking away more of the armor. Another fairy before helping it up with the ninja, but now Yapzor level 2 has a sprint and another punch for the first blood.
Casual first blood on the Slaughter. That was well played. And that just also sort of comes back to the fact that they forced out the rotation from the Warlock back to the same in the first place.
Yeah. And
that allowed them to even get that kill, so... Overall, Yapzor has already made a lot of stuff happen. It's just level 2 Slaughter. Who with Tranquil Boots now, alright.
Well, good for him, right? That's more than some Slaughters get out of the offlane at this point.
Seems to me like they didn't expect this movement, or this... Oh my god, in the mid lane. Okay. But yeah, it seems to me like they didn't expect this rotation from Yapzor because the way they planted a ward to the bottom rune makes me wonder if they block the rotation from the kill on the...
Oh wow.
But yeah, it makes me wonder if they assumed the Slaughter was going to be in the bottom lane and then rotating to the mid lane, because otherwise I think it is kind of obvious that you want the ward, because to me it was obvious that there was going to be a Darkseer and Slaughter lane. Maybe they sort of misjudged this whole scenario, or maybe they're just afraid of disruptive movement. They need some more vision on the top lane, that's what...
Yep, not showing himself, gets the crush, only on one, follow-up silence of Cat, he gives Victim a little bit more space. The Yapzor with an Iron Shell on top of him, plus the slug, plus the sprint and surge, another stun, another kill. Eventually in Chappie, well, he's out of it, there's not enough mana left. Oh yeah. I mean, as much as J4 has been doing, or trying to do down bottom, as he's now still sitting around here, dropping some fatal bombs and shadow words and whatnot. Yapso so far, he's creating as much space as you could expect from a Slaughter.
I will say that the laning stage in terms of last hits is still going well for Power Rangers. Sure, the Draw Ranger having the best time in terms of bottom lane. Sure, she's getting harassed a lot, but in terms of last hits, she's still doing well. The Pac is actually also keeping up in terms of last.
Yeah.
I will say some of these are neutral creeps, so it's not as great as, say, the Darks here right now, but still.
But he's also getting levels, right? Yeah. That's the thing about Disruptor solo lane support. He's okay at zoning out with just Thunderstrike, but the Pac doesn't necessarily care about that, especially with the Warlocks still being there around. Top lane though, okay. Just around Chappie is the target, so Bigman was just a little bit too far away. Yep, Zoro almost dies, and he will to the tower shot, despite the heal starting to come through. So a bit of a trade, but losing a Drow like that, especially after still having a decent enough laning stage in terms of last hits, is just still putting the needle a bit more in favor of Escape.
Of course, look at this. So, Chappie is not only bought a magic wand, which arguably is a very bad item for a Dragon to purchase in general, because you want the Wraith Bands, you want to stack Wraith Bands or work on the Dragonlance, whatever. But he also had to buy Regen. He bought Tangos and Self again.
Oh man.
So that is sure you have the highest last, or you have high last hits, but it doesn't really mean much if you have to invest.
Might be dead again. Another stun. No Iron Shot going against right now. Trixie just comes in with a punch. Not enough mana left for the surge on top of that, so just a bit of extra pressure forcing Bignum away though, which might be another opening into just dive Chappie at this point with a creeps being pulled away as well.
Bottom lane. I like this movement from J4. I'm not sure if his presence in the top lane would really change anything. So staying bottom ensures the fact that Cheshire Cat is having a good time and he's almost level 6. Yeah. He's second highest in net worth as well.
Yeah, of all of PR's heroes, him and Alpha Ninja as well. Getting lucky with the runes as well, snagging away the bounty runes, so Koiko doesn't have it. So, just in terms of last hits, he's doing well, but you're up against Nalg, right? So, he's going to catch up, especially if there's some jungle stacks right now. There's a small one here in the medium camp. And that's about it, just because Disruptor has been forced to help out down bottom. Not straight too far away.
That ward gave him the vision of the Slaughter as well. And obviously, when you don't see the Slaughter up top and you don't see him bottom, where is he gonna be? Very likely it's just a...
Ninja knows. Yeah. He's not going too far forward at all.
Oh, now he is though.
Yapsor, okay. Almost.
Just spinning now. He knew that there was...
Radiant's bottom tower is under
though.
attack.
Like, yep. Find the Morana and gonna go for the shot.
Pretty quick kill as well.
Have a lot of damage output with fatal bonds as well.
Dire's
I'd expect the
top
Puck
tower is
ultimate for
under
that.
attack.
Yep. That's alright though, I mean it's not the longest cooldown, you want to use it to get, if you can use it to get a kill every single time, then you definitely should, especially considering how much Cheshire Cat has to do just in terms of lifting to give Job a little bit of extra space up top. Demon Alpha Ninja here, if there's another kill coming out. We'll let Shadow now set up for Alpha Ninja here. Starla making his way through, but he
Very
knows.
unfortunate. I'm not sure if any... Oh well, Doxy and Trixie, yeah, he got scouted up top with the Moon on Shadow.
Oh no.
No, look at everybody on PR side. They're playing very safe. They don't see the bottom, they don't see the Slaughter, so they're not quite sure where they're looking at.
Yeah. You know, I like the idea. I mean, Arrow just died, so rotating to a different lane gives you a bit of a timing window where they don't necessarily expect to see you in the bottom lane anyways, so just showing up in a different lane, especially with the Moonlight Shadow, could have worked out, but good read there from PR. Not falling for that.
And another bounty rune for Affinity.
Of course.
Top lane, Trixie. Careful, but man, he's okay. Actually, ooh, if he had been in the range of appearing playing kill, though, it's gonna go in.
Bignum has another fortune in a couple of seconds, and Cheshire Cat making his way in. He absolutely steeping out now, and instead of burst there is. Purifying Flames as well as the Silence do finish up the fish, so good rotation there.
Good rotation, it's a good kill. They might be able to push in tower, but probably won't take it because...
It's level 6 on Drow, so at this point we
but
can
with
chip
the
away
Ice
at
Shell,
the
they can make sure that the creep dies pretty early. Say that, but then the creep shell, creep with the Ice Shell dies. Yeah, but still, it's gonna take a while.
Wouldn't be too surprised to see them keep up the pressure though. Trixie not in position to contest all too much. Only 500 health points. And yeah, actually gonna go for the kill. He has Silence, a little bit extra news. Shashikat makes a way through. Yapzor gets the crush, but doesn't really have the damage to follow it up with anything.
Tanky with the Ring of Aquila.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good pickup here because I don't necessarily see it a lot on pucks. I definitely think it's the right pickup in this game. The armor.
Meanwhile, the Alchemist is completely uncontested now, even leading in terms of CS, and obviously in terms of net worth. Already has the armored plus 600 gold, so. Do you think that Yasha? Okay, actually top lane, yeah. Chappie might be glimpsed back in a second if they can get in range. There it is. Into stack, so he's absolutely dead. He's probably committed. And Cheshire Cat, well, he still has Orb, so he should be fine. They do indeed. If only turns around here, Cheshire Cat's sticking there, but there is a big drop. Cheshire Cat barely survives because of it. Unless Yapsu can finish him off, he's sprinting next to him. Call committed as well. Now the bench being dropped, Yapsu will give us life.
Puck and draw to the mid lane, or even to the bottom lane and take the tier 1 bottom. The tier 1 bottom is pretty important as well in order to get control over the Radiant jungle.
For now, the Drow illusion is going to be taken care of from the wall, and yeah, that push is happening, and not a whole lot of Trixie should be able to do about it. He's getting some help. And now they're just going to finish it up quickly.
Love this movement from PR. Chappie didn't even bother to TP to lane because why? He isn't needed for that push to forward. That's all that's necessary, and he already starts forming the bottom lane. And I do think it's important that they keep up this, and I do hope that once Puck and J4 have recovered, they either join him in the push or at least apply pressure on some other.
For now, escape. I'm just happy to keep farming. Looks like, yeah, Kork was going straight for Radiance, no detour through some sort of Boots of Travel build. Setting up a lot of money. At this rate, should be hitting it like 13-14 minutes at the most. Getting himself to multi-shot golems, so easy CS.
Those are cute Radiant scan coming out bottom room. They didn't see the supports for just a second and didn't have any vision of the puck, so they were rotating to us, but nope, just missed the timing because Cheshire Cat just has his blink, and I want to see PR smoke up now, and they're waiting at the tier 2 mid, and I believe they're smoking up and gonna go behind the Draw Ranger, or probably in front of her into the jungle, and are gonna find a kill that they can transition into a tower push, but. That movement is
a blink dagger. Yeah, there's a blink dagger already on Cheshire Cat. It's actually crazy that
they're actually going
to able to finish it up soon. Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I guess I realize it's probably everyone there, and yeah, they're absolutely right. There's no one in the jungle, so Chappie can just take this tower for free. Top lane will not be traded away if they can get a good engagement here.
No Warlock golem though.
Escape, and otherwise, and Cheshire Cat ready to blink in, showing that what's happening. Only gets the silence on the citizens for a little bit. Now looks back. A lot of burst being done though. And now, ball being dropped. A little bit of a concerted effort. Trixie hard on the side onto the sentry, so nothing he can do either. Arrow is the only one who's able to leap himself away, figuratively at the very least. So.
I think it was a good defense. You obviously want to keep your towers alive and you don't want to give them anything, but ultimately cheaping in even the Draw Ranger and the SF means that they are wasting a lot of the time as well. They can't take any objectives here anymore, and everybody's rotating out again.
Yep.
So maybe rotating in the SF. I think they probably could have gotten those kills without these TPs. Doesn't hurt, or it doesn't hurt as badly.
And they still have the Warlock goals here, and they haven't lost too much time making their way straight towards the middle lane. It's taken down the tier 1, and with the static storm as well as the wall being committed up top, I don't think Escape want to fight this at all. I don't think they really can afford to.
Especially since the Warlock Golem is up now, and the Warlock Golem is something that you feel very threatened by if you're in. See, now that they've taken these tier 1 towers, they're invading the jungle. The ward, Oracle has one ward that they could probably set up in the. They already have one, which I very much like in the mid lane. Actually going for Russian, alright. Yeah, like you said, with Static Storm expanded, they probably aren't as scared of Escape.
Yeah, no Static Storm, no Moonlit Shadow, no nothing.
Top tower is under attack.
Apart from the Radiance from Qualifiers that I have not seen so far, but they should have probably figured out that this is around the time we should have it. But that is not as scary right now if you have that Warlock, or if you have the Dream Call to keep that in range. So, yeah, PR just taking objective after objective. And Escape still biding the time here. Oh, the cute comes back.
Yeah. I wonder what PR is moving now, because they have the Aegis, and like you pointed out earlier, do you really want to give the Alchemist more space? Do you really want to pressure him? Either they should invade the jungle, try and find a kill him, and if they can, he's up top now, just take the towers.
Yep. I think I'm being called by somebody, but okay, I just missed it. Whatever. It's important, I'll call them back.
They'll understand.
Yeah, I have better things to do. Didn't even recognize the numbers, so hey.
Hey, Dragon Job, you just won $1 million.
God damn it! I wish. I don't know. Half an inch with an Invis rune. He was burned though, as well.
J4 now has his Midas. Timing for support.
Yeah. All of these core items are on really good timings, apart from maybe the Drought Ranger, just owing to the fact that he had to buy extra regen and some range drops and whatnot.
Yeah, his landing stage was definitely screwed. Was on the back. He had to fight himself up there again, so it's fine. I think his net worth is still respectable, especially if you consider that Era has an even worse time, right?
Oh yeah.
Thing basically.
It's a bit of an issue here, but on the flip side, Yapzor, his blink deck is about to tick in, and he gets it now, but just at the same time, Shishika initiates and brings him down to top of Jay, so 3 pounds, they get a kill, and they get some damage up on the tier 2, and with Fresh Creeper coming through, yeah.
This just one will support Slaughter, who already spent his money on a blink anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're Escape, you're sort of happy with it, but at the same time, or bad about it, but you gotta be worried because you don't really have anything to offer with...
Yeah.
Well, high ground.
It's what you flagged in the draft, they don't actually have a lot of things to deal with this. The one blink initiator that they have not figured out that he had a blink yet, just because obviously they killed him just before he had it flown out. He was dead a moment ago, but they still respect that possibility enough to back off and want that bottom Escape. Era just get himself away under cover of Moonlight Shadow.
So once PR has the BKB on SF, I hope they go high ground, because otherwise I think they would delay their timing a lot. Look at Quaker, so farmed right now. He has his Radiant Boots Rebels. We'll have his Mantis Style soon. So yeah. Once this Mantis Style is up, you can actually depush quite decent. Those illusions, they might not be tanky, but they're really annoying to deal with.
They might find big damage. Cheshire Cat here, but after Ninja, what was that about?
I think he expected different movement from opponents.
Yeah. Some raises not going to connect as Escape moves away, so dodge the bullet there, I guess.
Very interesting. First one we saw as well from FN. Thought he needed it before, but
yeah, it's If you don't go Shadow Blade or something like that, you might have a hard time setting it up.
Looks like they're gonna
Unless
push,
you, yeah, unless you have some ultimates doing that for you, like with the coil and
push
the
bottom. Yeah, bottom and probably go high ground bottom lane. When you do siege, you definitely want to siege a safe lane, side lane, because it is just more
Radiant's bottom
defense
tower
than
is
the
under
mid.
attack.
It has less openings and
less
yeah,
angles
because
to
of
just
power.
walk around. Yeah, they're just going
Attack.
to melt. The high ground towers melt. It's gonna melt as quickly as that as well, unless you send everyone back to defend right now.
KB is flying in for half an injury. Still has the Aegis. This could be
Radiant's
tier
bottom
3.
tower is under
There's no
attack.
glyph as well.
That's quite bad. There's Ange on top of him as well,
Dire's
and
middle tower
gonna
is
get
under
rid of most
attack.
of the creep bit, but after Ninja just takes the tower himself. Before he gets his arms, which maybe not the best. Flips back, he gets his stack, so almost a draw range, and they can bring it down. Would be great here, back over wall. Will not them still being done despite the false promise. Don't think he's gonna take out, not quite.
Dire's middle
But
tower
now,
is under
okay, Josh again wants to continue to fight. Strong creep, classic wall, again. Fade the ball to a ridiculous amount of work. Is a snap the ball to try to get out of it. No one's like just yet miraculously. After Ninja with the BKB, not getting hit too much. Even soaking up the arrow. Nice triple front here. Gonna take care of the Aegis. Josh again. Get the call alive. Or get the jump out, I should say. After Ninja comes back, another glimpse here on to Chappie. But Big did a really great job just keeping them safe, and after this, throwing down another ult just too slow. Rocker doesn't get thanks to the surge, but PR already too far away, but... Or are they? Chappie sitting aside, he will reveal himself and do a good amount of damage in running interference. Now giving them an opening to return into this fight. Rocker almost so bad, but not that. He also was out and he wanted to fade the ball, strictly in the middle of that as well. They will finish up Chappie thanks to the wall. Another triple crusher from the Absol. But this time around, without the Alk, no follow-up. And Era, well, he's on the farm, cannot provide it, can be happy if he survives this one. And
Blink
Josh
in
again,
three.
another blink, and there it is. He goes in and hits the racks, I guess. Arrow to the face, almost died to it, but now he has to jump under a tower. Not gonna work, but Era, well, make sure that he's stuck around long enough for Oracle to finish him up, and the Rax still taking damage, forced on the buyback on the Alchemist. This will be the escape for PR, or maybe not, cannot run away from from a disruptor. At least not without giving up something.
Oracle actually had an unstoppable streak. 5 on a goal for the Alchemist.
Well, not
Actually,
quite,
it made
because you have
us-
that buyback gold penalty, so
Oh, right.
that's kind of silver lining there. But it's not like Alc really gets most of his money from kills anyway.
Oh, that's only 200 gold for him. Damn.
No, no.
Hurts.
It's like half creeper for him, to be honest.
Pretty much. That was an interesting siege, or interesting fight. I thought there was actually a good way to initiate the fight with the puck. I mean, it was a 3-man coil, 3-man warlock ulti as well. He got, I believe, 2 people in the Fatal Bonds.
Yeah,
I think,
2 or 3.
I think
yeah.
I think they were just unlucky. Maybe the creeps just spawned. It's something
Dire's middle tower
something prevented
is
him from
under
getting
attack.
really good Fatal off, but sort of lacked the damage, or they sort of lacked the ability to close in on the range. Chappie was very far behind and he couldn't really hit anybody. The same for J. They got hit pretty easy, so without any Hurricane Pikes, difficult to chase the slot
Oh,
up.
smokes
Oh,
and
the
well,
smoke.
pop that immediately. And let's not die here, drops the Static Storm, and fucks out of it. Looks back, and one last right click from JK force enough. Tank successfully ganked though again.
Yeah.
No, gank successfully tanked the other way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The escape tank has been successfully ganked.
Dire's bottom
Yes.
tower is under
Um,
attack.
Yeah, if you're escape, you definitely want Syndrome to tank all those ganks. Speaking of which, though, mid lane.
Oh, the arrow lands off and that's set up. And Izzy though, it's gonna take quite a while to at least. And Mount pops the BKB, turns around. That's only a single ulti. That was a dap ulti. You got Yatso, took a lot of damage nonetheless. Gendercat with the immediate return. But I think they're gonna be happy about that anyway. After all, it's still the highest farming hero on the side of the PR going down.
Yeah, I'm not sure popping the BKB would worth it.
Yeah.
It was fortunate. It was a 9-second BKB.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 9-second BKB as well. So rough. That said, It's not like Escape can transition these kills into any objectives, but it is a lot of time for them. Look at the Alchemist. He has his Ventus down now, and he's working on what I assume.
Yeah.
He's well on his timing. I think Escape is doing a really good job of stalling the game. They haven't lost a single Rax yet. Only lost a tower, but their items are coming up still, at least on the for that matter. Sure, you're almost as Aghanims.
Yeah.
So I think they're well on track.
Buying zone, so that's an indication obviously that he's not gonna have axe priority. And for this game it's actually Pro Disruptor who has the most important axe upgrade outside of the Marana.
Even the Doxier. The Doxier illusions with the 100 blood.
Oh, top lane coil on to Qualifiers, this will take the out though. Oh, maybe not. Again, shows off his rules, but he's also taking a lot of damage. You cannot actually fight him. Needs some extra help from his teammates, but it's only big enough. Scary enough to send Quaker packing, but not scary enough to really put fear in his heart.
Dire's bottom tower
Kinda
is
cute.
under attack.
Yeah.
Escape wants to be cute as well. They are getting scattered out by the sword, which is...
It's too tight of PR in this area though.
Can they jump the slaughter? That's
The scan. They saw Yapso there with the scan. Can they close the distance though? And now
they're gonna jump!
Oh, it is! One of the workers there! Science comes out from Champion making his return. Now the man's out will punch it off. Worker's still alive. So is everyone PR outside of Warlock actually who dies down bottom. As Trixie and Cinder make that work. Now look at this as Era with rotation through might be able to land a good arrow here if they can get some vision for themselves. Now, yeah. Looks like they caught a glimpse. Caught a glimpse of Era and he was uncomfortable continuing that fight or continuing that aggression.
It was good decision making from Escape, knowing that the Warlock was bottom, so there was no Warlock ultimate to really punish them. And then they sought the puck as well, so for them it was the ultimate, alright, let's try and go for this. Era had been there a bit earlier, maybe they do get a kill here, because he's a lot of burst damage now with the Aghanims, but a bit unfortunate for them. But once again, it's just time for them, They killed the Warlock, they repelled the SF and the Charge a little bit, and suddenly there's an Octarine core in Koipa, there's... Oh, Era does have the Aghanims now and another 1,000 gold, so... Buying time Escape, that's pretty much what you have to do against this draw ranger lane.
Yep. Pretty soon, it's gonna double up buff on Ninja if continues like that. He's sitting at 905 GPM right now. And it's only a matter of time until these Aghanims subs come out. I guess he could still go for something like an AC. Then Moonshot for himself or whatnot. What would you actually prefer, your AC or a bit more aggressive, just right-clicky builds, maybe, or maybe even a Basher Abyssal?
Oh no, I think you have to go for the... Because the Draw Ranger and the SF have a lot of armor, there's a lot of armor reduction from the SF.
Oh, this could be big here to go for Roche. For the pit here, Yapko, red to blink in with the punch. He's only got one. Now the stack is from the stone, and then out here. Also drops on the Warlock is big enough. Well, he is gonna fall to this first one and that, but now there's some Warlock coming out. Thanks to the false problem, making sure that he survives. Jack in the midst of that, fighting up against Cinder, 2-for-2 trade so far is quite washed out of it, and loses the finish of Chappie. Now Cheshire Cat's gonna have to dodge that. He will, but can he dodge a Radiance Burn? Not really. Quite bad with the double kill on dominating free. You know, in the back, they also find Shadow Fiend. Era doing a decent amount of work here with the Amplify. And now Yapso ready to finish it off himself. That's Aegis down. Buying enough time, and now he's going to come right back. Perfectly stunned from Alchemist. Him and Yapso turning that into 6-man wipe.
That was so well played from Escape. They trapped in the Draw Ranger in the pit, made sure that she was basically useless. The Warlock was stuck in the silence as well, so alright. The Warlock was stuck in the silence as well, so it was a very late golem drop, and by the time he dropped the golem, it was basically useless.
Again. What did you do? Yeah, the golem peaked that late. Damage has already been done, so it was a well-placed static storm. Even though they didn't get too many in the crush, it just made sure that PR were essentially stuck in the pit.
Qualifier. Can they really kill him? I don't think
I don't
so.
think so, no.
Everybody's still around.
Just gonna turn us
PR.
around. Chappy in the middle of all of that. What was he doing? And Bullet's back.
well.
Warlock here. Back here as well. Yeah. That side is just
Probably gonna be a buyback from the drop ranger because they're gonna start sieging the space and they need the drone to defend this off, I believe.
Dire's
Or
middle
are
tower.
the escape gonna go back? I guess they extra supports are pretty low and they don't really have a lot of sustain outside of the mech.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom
It's
tower.
okay,
I
might want to
guess.
play it safe.
Yeah.
Wait for the next creep wave at the very least. And there's still some tier 2s to take. Arrow's working away at the tier 2 bottom, so sometimes they need to go high ground now. They can definitely play this controlling game a little bit longer.
Oh, for sure, they don't need... I mean, escape is not on a timer.
Yeah.
PRs
Dire's bottom
that are.
tower is
So in
under
that
attack.
sense, you can definitely take your time, but PR, it's very alarming right now. Seeing that fight that they're both squishy and they don't really have a lot of damage outside of the SF and Draw Ranger.
Dire's
So
bottom
even
tower
if,
is
say, the
fallen.
puck finds a great initiation, who's gonna benefit from it if the Draw Ranger is trapped in the big lane?
Crafting of ESF. Gets aggressed on here, but a little bit too far away from the rest of the teams. The Yapso rightly makes the decision to just sprint away right after that, but it forces out reactions, right? It reminds PR that they're probably going to be stuck in the base for a little bit.
True. True. I would say that, sure, Escape can sort of take that time, but there's going to be a point when Alchemist is also going to drop off, obviously. So this is something that Escape has to look out for.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That said, that is going to take quite some time, and I love the smoke from PR. Are they going to find somebody though? Do they have
Shadow
this
from
detection?
Era. They
There's
have
dust.
Dust Sentry's coming through, but it's too late.
Dire's top tower
They
is
were
under
taking it
attack.
out immediately. And now that it's Glimpse back,
Glimpse.
he's at attack some of that, so he can pick up on the puck. Oh, and also finishing back, alright, big. No, Alchemist. It's doing that now, running down Chappy. Does not have enough of a gas here, but it does have BKB to at least prevent the sun from coming through. Nice little rock to be dropped, but it just still being run over. Era? Well, he will end up falling. Honestly,
Consolation kill.
it's pretty much, but that's another buyback for Sana. Triple kill for Qualifier. He's almost tripling up on his network at this point.
Well, that's an Alchemist for you. That's a Qualifier Alchemist for you.
Pretty much. More than 1 KTPM.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's what it'll do to you.
Can't touch him.
Dire's
You
middle
just can't
tower
touch him.
has fallen.
As soon as you get close to him, there's gonna be Stardust follow-up, there's gonna be static storm, kinetic field, glimpses. Oh,
Pretty much. And then, now that it is back
wow.
to rush into 3! And it is a dead bunch of people happening against the BKB off. Fields that wants Terror to stay alive now. The false props up well, but thinking of well, he's gonna pay for that. Maybe. And it is yep, so put them to junk. Starting to drop low. So Lapa Ninja without a BKB anymore, it's like still way too hard to fight into this. That was still and yet another buyback. Chappy had to do that to make Escape back off, but they still got the mana racks. Just not boding well for PR's chances here in this game going forward.
Well, we were asking, or I guess I was posing the question, can Trixie really compete at the high level still? And Darkseer's been in point with some, there was this one time where he had like an overkill wall, but other than that, I think he has found some great initiations, some great walls. Time where he killed the Draw Ranger with illusions, it was great.
Yep.
And now that Blink Vacuum Crush was also great, but I guess you could also argue that it's all Dapsor in this game. All his space. He's been part of 18 out of 23 builds.
Oh yeah.
So this guy has been creating a lot of space, and he has a BKB now.
That's Epso for you, right? I mean, he's also incredibly talented. And the thing is, with these kind of plays, they don't really look that impressive because they're able to do that in conjunction with the rest of the team, right? This vacuum crush might sound or might look easy to do, but it's not always the case. Now, it's just not being channeled up. After Ninja with the BKB, that's Not another charge, I believe it was down 5 seconds
Tower
beforehand
is under
anyway,
attack.
but it's on cooldown now for another 50.
So Qualifier is close to getting 6 slotted. I say that even though he already has 6 items. He can still upgrade his boots, he can still sell the armlet for something like the heart, if he wanted to.
She should probably just give an
He
axe
get-
to Syndra.
Yeah, I think at this point you can probably focus the axe first, because upgrading the boots or replacing the armlet is not gonna be as good as giving another hero in items like Syndra or like Darkseer. I do think it's best on Syndra.
Yeah.
Preventing those BKBs from coming out probably ensures you the win. Can't touch Quackpaw. He literally can't do anything about it. They hit him once. Like, oh, look at what you 0. Like, he can regen it.
Well, okay, had some lag spikes there, but looks like it's okay now. But yeah, just gonna wait for the soul to come on cooldown. Then you can just stand there, channel up the stuff, and just throwing it out
Dire's middle barracks
for the heck of
under
it.
attack.
It is so silly, and I think if you're PR, you gotta feel so bad. What do you even do against this?
You don't, right? It comes back to the fact that they
Oh,
have
that's a
something.
glimpse.
Oh, there it is. BKB
It's
now.
not a BKB.
Pretty much a waste of that. So vacuum and whack into it. Never mind. Big the win. It's rush on 3. He's on top of the wall and they can only right down there. They're all gonna die. And they disconnect right away.
Dire's
So.
middle barracks has fallen.
They're
Radiant
fed up with this game.
Gotta feel bad from PR, but at the same time, Escape played it very well. They bought themselves so much time. I don't think there were a lot of mistakes in their play. I think a lot of